I tell you for free, the church has the answer to the economic problems of the world today, especially in Nigeria. The solution will come from the church, the body of Christ. Take it or leave it. The politicians are great, but they don't have what it takes to solve the problem. People outside God's agenda have never had the solution. Even from the time of Caesar, they had to rely. Even Pharaoh, the highest civilization at that time, had to rely on the labor from Jews to find relevance. Even when Joseph came in, Joseph had to provide solutions to the world economic situations that was ahead. So listen to me. There is no way the answer can come out of the world except from God's kingdom. You and I are part of that kingdom. And that is why we must look at critical economic cycles. That's what I call it. Economic cycles. The Jews are the biggest investors in entertainment in America. Go check it out. So when you're of the kingdom, you have extra intelligence. When you're in the kingdom, you have a unique intelligence. That's how it works. Because man is a spirit, and the source that feeds man's wisdom must come from the spirit, a regenerated spirit. Now, the Church of Jesus Christ in Nigeria, as far as we're concerned, have done a great job. Our fathers have done a great job. But we're about to take this whole thing to the next level, beyond the walls of the church. Like I told the revelation I had, the gospel, the grace of God, the wealth from the altar was moving from the altar and moving into the congregation. So we're going to be wealth creators. Not because we're going to brag about it, but because we're going to give life and succor to many. When I mean life, not literally life, I mean the values of living, the standard of living will be lifted from the gospel that we preach in these last days. Because there are kingdoms that are coming. The Antichrist is working so hard. The New World Order had been on. Even from the 90s, I started reading about the New World Order, where men will create diseases, where men will create pain from the spoken words of their mouth. And so who will create joy, who will create peace, who will create wealth from the spoken words. Listen, when they create those problems, they go to work on solutions with the pharmaceutical companies. But we have the gospel. So we're not causing problems, we are bringing solution because we are the light of the world. We are the salt of the earth. So watch out as we bring this kingdom message to you. We're going to be getting involved in huge investments in agriculture, like I mentioned before, huge investments in innovation, huge investments in hospitality, huge investments in education, huge investment in textile. We are going to have the fabric industry, all of this, even in entertainment, hiring millions of people in the last days, because men will have to find shelter as the days go tough, because tougher times are ahead. We must prepare for those tough times today. We must bond together, 1, 2, 3, because scripture has already told us that the time will come when they will hold on to the garment of a child of God and say, take us to your God that we may know him. It's not because you're good looking, it's not because you're tall, dark, and handsome, because you're beautiful, you have a nice figure. No, that's not it. Because you can provide life, you are self-sustaining, because you can create an economic cycle that can engage people. You're going to see it happen in church, and by that, our evangelical tools will be guaranteed. We don't need to shout anymore. They will come in through the floodgates. We'll be the ones shutting the gates and say, no more, we don't want any more crowd. Because the citizens are catered for. The children can go to school. The men can get jobs. The women can get jobs. Right, even in the kingdom. Because it's already happening in some measure. But it's going to be full blown when we get involved. God bless you. Stay close. This message of the kingdom is coming to you. And we are going to change our world.